What's up, everybody? Eldridge Bell back with another edition of Let It Rip Sports Show. And man, football's finally here. Well, kinda, because it's preseason. It doesn't really matter. But what you can determine in the preseason is how much depth you're going to have. And going to this game, I was excited. I was nervous to see about this draft class, those draft picks that could play, because obviously Obi couldn't play because of injury, and Darion Connolly couldn't play. So those are two important pieces that we're looking to lean heavily on in this upcoming season. But nonetheless, the draft has seven rounds, so there are more people to watch. But before I get into that, I actually didn't notice this until the next day, or today rather, that Marshawn Lynch sat down during the National Anthem. And me personally, I like that kind of protest as opposed to what we're seeing in Charlottesville, Virginia, where you have a guy just running through a crowd, mowing down people with his car, which is just horrific and tragic. So if he was doing it to protest, to do a silent protest, I'm totally fine with that. That's how I think you should protest, not running people over. But that's just my take on it. You guys are free to leave your comments and see how you take it, if it's distasteful or however it triggers you. Let me know. I'll be happy to debate it with you. Now let's get to the game. Whew. The game. First things first, I'm going to start off with Sean Smith, because I know a lot of people have been ragging on him, saying, man, he ain't got it no more. He's terrible. And it's the first preseason game. I'm not going to flame the dude because he made a position change. He's more of a hybrid linebacker safety now, if I'm not mistaken. And it's his first game. He had a rough game. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna give him a pass on that respect. But it's a first game. Nobody's gonna make the Hall of Fame off of one game, especially in the preseason. Nobody's gonna get cut, hopefully, off of one game in the preseason. So Sean Smith had a bad game. It was rough. Hopefully, as the preseason progresses and he gets more reps at that kind of role for the Raiders, hopefully it gets more comfortable. Now, first of all, Corey James, he stood out to me. He flashed. He read the offense correctly. He was all over the place. It seemed like he was more reacting as opposed to, reacting more to thinking and then reacting. So he's going to be a player. I think he's going to have a good year. Markel Lee, he struggled some in coverage, but he's a rookie. I don't hold that against him. He did some good things. He shed the blocks from offensive linemen. He had some good hitting power, but covering is probably going to be his weakest thing this year. So hopefully the Raiders can scheme around him so they can kind of hide those deficiencies. But nonetheless, I didn't think Markel Lee was that bad, or I didn't think he was that great either. But I think he was in between. Okay, and it's his first game. It's his first game, so I don't really hold that against him. Let's see. Oh my God, Carl Joseph, that dude is a machine. He looks really healthy. He looks like he's back to that form before the ACL injury. He reminds me honestly of a Bob Sanders. Hopefully he doesn't have the injury problems that Bob Sanders had, because if Bob Sanders had never gotten hurt, he would have gone down as one of the greatest safeties of all time, and I really mean that. So hopefully Carl Joseph can stay healthy and continue to make plays like that, because that one hit he had on the running back, I was like, this dude's about to die on the field. But it was a great hit. Another guy who I said in the preview for this game, Salam Luani. He's my favorite guy in the draft, to be honest with you. I think he's gonna be that playmaker where he can always be around the ball and get interceptions. Actually, he almost had an interception in the end zone, but he couldn't hold on to it. I think he's gonna have those kind of plays throughout his entire career if he can stay healthy and progress. But I think he's a guy who I'm looking forward to just seeing more of, because he can be a great playmaker for the Raiders. Next, Clive Walford. A lot of people have been flaming him, saying, oh, he wasn't worth the draft pick. I say he hasn't been healthy. He had a knee injury. He had a ATV accident last year. And this year, he looks healthy. He looks like he's going to be a real force this year. And him combined with Jared Cook, It's gonna be something to see. Another guy I wanted to point out is DeAndre Washington. He seemed a lot faster in the limited role that I saw him this year as opposed to last year. He seemed a lot quicker, especially laterally, and I think that's going to help him, especially backing up Marshawn Lynch. So DeAndre Washington showed me some flashes. I like that. The tackles, Newhouse, and Alexander Vidal. Please forgive me if I'm butchering his name. Thank God they're the backups, because if we had to depend on them to be the starters, God in heaven, I feel sorry for Derek Carr, but they didn't have a good game in my personal opinion. Another guy who did have a good game is Eddie Vanderdoss. That guy, I said I didn't want to believe the hype, but he might be the real deal. I saw him flash. I saw him have quickness. I saw him be able to counter time after again. If he can continue to progress, him combined with Mario Edwards Jr., hopefully he can stay healthy. Please God, let this man stay healthy. Along with Bruce Irvin and Khalil Mack, the front four, the front defensive line, they might be the key to this defense actually making plays, because I still saw some miscommunications between the DBs and the linebackers. So hopefully, and that was supposed to be a thing in the past with the training camp, but you can't fix major problems overnight. But hopefully that can be rectified. But if it doesn't, the front four is going to have to do a lot of work, just like they did last year. But unlike last year, they're going to be able to get pushed through the middle. So quarterbacks won't be able to step up as easily as they did last year. But overall, I mean, the Raiders lost the game, but I don't really care about wins and losses in the preseason. I care about who's playing well, who's not playing well. And overall, I thought it was pretty good. I saw some good things from the draft class and undrafted players. So that's my quick take on the preseason game. Obviously, it's the first game. There's going to be a lot of mistakes. I'm looking more toward the second game, and especially the third game, where the starters are going to be playing and the draft picks will have more reps and more game situations under their belt. So I think it's going to be a good year based off of what I've seen, and it's only a glimpse. So tell me what you guys think. Do you think the defense is going to be the same as last year, where the offense has to win games and Khalil Mack and Bruce Irvin have to basically make those drive-killing plays? Or do you think the defense is going to take a step forward, especially with Darion Conley coming back? Because apparently, according to Greg Papa, he's already the best DB on the team, and he hasn't even played a game yet. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about Marshawn. I don't mind it. I am a true believer in nonviolence, but if you guys willing to debate that, I'll be more than happy to debate that with you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Let It Rip Sports Show. I'm out.